Hello and welcome to part 2 of how to log in and then complete assignments on Google Classroom. So we're going to pick up right where we left off in part 1. Just put my name on my paper, was showing how to make shapes and text boxes. You can also insert images up here if you need to, or just draw lines. So once you're done, I'm not going to work through this entire assignment in front of you, but once everything's filled in, make sure you go to each page of the slide. Make sure you filled in the answers on each. You'll see there are text boxes here on these where it says type your answer. You just click it. You just start typing. Oops, I accidentally deleted that. Let's say I do that. You can go up to edit. You can say undo, and it will bring back the last thing you just did. When you see your cursor, then you press backspace, and you'll be able to type in what your answer is. Make sure you read the directions, of course, on the top of the page up here, so you know what your directions are that you're drawing. Once you complete the assignment and you've typed all your answers, so all these should have your answers, not the words type answer here, you'll notice it says all changes are saved in your drive and your problem set is finished. You might want to go up here and change it to your name. Usually your last name is a good thing to use, but your whole name is okay too. Once you do that, just change the first part of the word. Don't change the whole title because your teacher still needs to know the name of that work you did. Then you're done. Now you can quit out of this and go back to your lessons page. When you go to this lessons page, you'll now have your work over here that is finished. You can also add or create other work. So if you have a file you saved to your computer you want to upload, you can go to create here and you can add a file from your computer. You can add a link to a website if you had to create something on a website, like for a lot of the computer lab assignments Mr. Blacker gives. Or you can go to Google Drive and you can actually find those slides you were just editing or whatever other type of file by going to My Drive, or really it should show up in this recent because those are the things you've used the most. So here it is. There's the work I was just doing. However, I don't have to attach that because it's already done for me by my teacher. Mrs. Weigel was nice enough to give you your own copy of these slides to work on. When you're all done, you click Turn In. It's going to make sure that you know it's attaching that submitted file that you just worked on. You definitely want to make sure Ms. Weigel gets that. If you're not sure what it looks like, you can actually click it here and it will show you so you can check your work one more time. Make sure you do this because sometimes it will delete your text boxes. So go back through, make sure everything looks correct. If it does, all you have to do next is you can quit back out of that and you're back here. You say Turn In. Mrs. Weigel will get a notification to her telling that that assignment is turned in. So now let's see what that looks like on the teacher side. This tab is Mr. Blacker's Google Classroom. So this is a teacher account. I'm going to refresh it so that it updates. It's a good tip to do. Sometimes you need to refresh the page to make sure new things load that weren't there before, especially if the website's been sitting in the background. So now I'm going to go into that math class. Fractions lesson 1 lesson you'll see right there from the teacher side. Now if I go to classwork, I go to fractions lesson 1. So I need to go to Mrs. Weigel's math class, fractions lesson 1. I go to view assignment. From the teacher side, it looks a little bit different. So you see I have 2 people who have turned it in. There's student example. That's the one we just watched me do. So if I click on that one, it's going to show me this is what now Mrs. Weigel will be able to click. And if I did the work in the slides, if I did all the typing, when she clicks to look at it, she's not going to see one she can edit or change my answers on. She's just going to see one where she can see my answers. So you'll notice there's my answers. It loads in a little slow sometimes. My answers are there. She can see them. She'll know I did the work. However, if you just submit the file and you don't type in your answers, she'll see this where it looks like you just turned it in without actually doing the work first. So make sure before you click Turn In, you're ready. So if your teacher sees that maybe it's turned in and you might have accidentally clicked it and there's a lot of blank answers, they can click right here and say Return with no grade, and that is going to go back to the student account then and let you know that you need to go back through and redo some of that work. Your teacher can also return it with a comment and tell you maybe why they did return it and what you need to do to change that. Hopefully this helps. Thanks for watching. These 2-part videos should hopefully help you get back into Google Classroom as a student and help you out with completing them and turning in your assignments. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.